We're Matt and Josh, two crazy Kiwis. And we've decided to travel the length of our beautiful country, New Zealand, on rollerblades.
When I'm old and grey, I want to have a few stories to tell my grandkids.
And one of those stories has to be that we rollerbladed this country.
There's just one problem. We're terrible at rollerblading.
It's definitely not going to be easy.
It's the last time I ever buy rollerblades off a 12-year-old.
That's why we need all the help we can get along the way.
What made you pick us up?
No, I thought one of you was a girl.
Strap up, because it's going to be one hell of a ride.
Previously on Blade NZ.
We struggled our way down the country on rollerblades.
It hasn't been easy. We've seen some incredible sights.
There's a lot of dolphins here. Crazy. And met some truly interesting people.
I saw those rollerblades, I thought, who are these dumb amateur punks?
What we need in today's society is life.
And over time, we've become great friends.
But it's not over yet.
We've still got a long way to go to the bottom of the South Island.
I don't think we're going to make it.
Yeah, you keep saying that, but I think we will.
Our blading skills are going to be put to the test.
But it's all going to be worth it.
We're starting from Christchurch and blading hard south, a mammoth 591 kilometres towards the finish line at Bluff.
We have to give it all we've got and get a roll on. One last time.
Neither Matt or myself have been to Christchurch before, so we're interested to have a look around. The city has had an unfortunate past.
It's been about 5 years since Christchurch was hit by earthquakes, and it feels like the city is still slowly recovering. When we first arrived, it was pretty sobering, seeing the amount of damage and the amount of abandoned homes and the impact that it must have on a lot of people's lives. And the potholes, no good for blading.
In order to liven things up around here, we're going to find everyone we can and throw a dance party in the middle of the city.
Hey sir, you coming for a boogie? No.
Come on everybody, let's do it! Christchurch streets have been fairly rough on my rollerblades, so I'm going to treat myself to some new ones.
Where are you going to get the money for that?
The budget.
We're pretty tight on the budget at the moment.
$5 each, that's pretty good deal, eh? Yeah. Yeah. I guess they're in all right condition. What size? All right, thanks, man. Success. These puppies are gonna take me all the way to Bluff. Blade on, brother.
We've got a whopping 316 kilometres ahead of us, so we're using all the help we can get.
Today we're in Franz Josef and we're heading out to do some blading on the Franz Josef Glacier. There's a lot of people that will catch a helicopter ride, but obviously Josh and myself have our own form of transport. The scenery's nice, but there's a small problem. I've kind of been ignoring the fact that the blades I bought are too small for my feet. Now I'm really starting to struggle. My feet are so sore from the f***ing blades. Left foot's got bigger, or the blades are a different size. Still a long way to get there though.
Yeah. Alright, we'll get a blade on, eh?
I reckon we should just hitch.
I think Matt woke up on the wrong side of the bedroll this morning.
What's the problem?
I knew we should have left earlier. It's like 2 p.m. No one's picking us up.
No one ever picks us up.
I know, that's why I thought we should leave earlier. No way we were going to blade 8 Ks in half an hour.
Not when your blades don't fit.
I don't think we're going to make it up.
Yeah, you keep saying that, but I think we will. Keep optimistic.
Yeah, it's harder than I thought it was going to be. Is it good terrain that way?
Matt may have a point. This walk is taking ages. And Franz Josef just doesn't seem to be getting any closer.
Unfortunately, we've decided to call it quits.
It's just a shame because the glacier is rapidly disappearing.
What is a glacier?
It's just like a massive slab of ice.
So why does it matter if it disappears?
I don't know, man.
Glacier or no glacier, we've got to keep moving. We're heading further and further south.
What's happening?
Getting a roll on. It's a new morning and our spirits are high. Oh, it's so good. When you got your backpack on, you got your blades. What else do you need?
Man, it's hard to take you seriously with that on your head.
It is absolutely stunning. Right behind us is Mount Cook, which is New Zealand's highest peak.
Second highest peak.
No, it's the first, I think.
Isn't Everest the highest?
The highest mountain, but it's not in New Zealand.
Then who's on the $5 note?
What do you mean?
Avalanche.
Whoa!
Who's on the $5 note?
Amazingly, we're not too far from our final destination, Bluff. But there's one more activity we'd like to do before we begin our final leg of the journey.
We've arrived at the Queenstown bungee jump, and it turns out Josh has already called in advance to ensure we could wear the blades. I'm not gonna lie, I'm pretty impressed. But now we actually have to do a bungee, don't we? Shit. We bungeed in the blades. Yee-hee! If we can do this, we can do anything. You think that we're going to be able to make it the last sort of leg of the journey?
I'm confident we're going to make it now, definitely. We'll make it pretty close at least.
Coming up, we go back to our roots in party town Dunedin,
Doesn't taste as good as it looks. Has to be done though.
then push on for one final struggle to the finish line.
Imagine if you got run over this close to Bluff.
Put me out of my misery.
Do we have what it takes to get to Bluff? It's questionable. We are 2,306 kilometres and 19 days into our epic challenge of rollerblading down the length of New Zealand. 2 days ago, we had an insightful tour of earthquake-affected Christchurch.
It was pretty sobering seeing the amount of damage. No good for blading.
As we continued south, the terrain only got better.
When you got your backpack on, you got your blades. What else do you need?
Then we finally made it to Queenstown, where we ticked another must-do off the blading bucket list. We're pretty deep in the south now, and the scenery is blowing my mind. We moved on to one of New Zealand's most popular tourist spots and spent the night at Milford Sound.
And it is stunning.
Our tent iced over overnight. It was flippin' freezing.
It's definitely getting colder the further south that we get.
But we're still in good spirits, because today we're taking a bus all the way to Dunedin. Dunedin's a special place for Matt and I because it's where we met 10 years ago while studying. It's where our friendship began. We can't wait to get back there, strap on the blades and have a little roll around the city.
Dunedin, the second largest city in the South Island, famous for its thriving student population and its raging party antics. Well, I can't think of a better place to have a glass of red wine, can you?
I wasn't listening, what?
We're on the final leg of our journey now and we're closer than ever to Bluff.
Yeah, we're not quite there yet, but I'm getting bloody excited and I think we need to celebrate blader style.
Give it a swirl.
Doesn't taste as good as it looks. Has to be done though.
Does it?
It's a bit of a ghost town around here. We can't find anyone, so we're off to try and find a student bar.
Looks like we may have found where the students hang out.
Well, we have found some students, but they graduated in the 70s.
How long are you down here for?
A couple of days here.
Yeah, well, I think you picked the wrong times to come, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
What time does the pub open?
10.
10. Down here at 10.
No, about 11.
Yeah.
These old fellas definitely know how to spin a good yarn, I'll tell you that.
Yeah, I think they spend a lot of time in this pub.
How many jokes do you guys normally have when you come down?
Oh,
Just have the one, but fill it up a few times.
Apparently roller skating used to be quite a big thing here back in the day.
What do you think about chucking on the blades now and giving it a go?
no, thank you.
Come on.
I don't want to go home in a bloody wheelbarrow.
The old boys have suggested we blade up Baldwin Street, the steepest street in the world. We're standing at the world's steepest street, and
We're going to blade up it. And no, we're not going to blade down it because we're not absolutely insane. Do you reckon you're up to the challenge of rollerblading up the world's steepest street?
yeah, I think I'm going to be fine, as long as I don't start rolling backwards. Probably not going to be fine actually.
Josh is going first, and there's quite the crowd gathering to watch his attempt. She's 27. Yeah, she. That's a lady.
So strong.
She's gonna make it. She is gonna make it. That's amazing. I can't stand here and let Josh take all the glory, so I'm following her up the hill. You can take the mickey out of our trip, but how many New Zealanders can say that they've rollerbladed up the steepest street in the world?
Exactly.
This has been a truly triumphant moment for us.
But it's nothing compared to the victory that awaits us tomorrow at the bottom of the South Island.
It's been a long and challenging adventure since we started our journey at Cape Reinga.
But it all comes down to today. We've got one hell of a blade ahead of us.
Let's finish what we started.
I'm so knackered. I don't think I can blade any further. It's just hill after hill after hill.
Imagine if you got run over this close to Bluff. You'd be gutted.
Put me out of my misery.
It feels like the closer we get to Bluff, the more Josh is struggling.
Right.
This trip certainly hasn't been easy for Josh, and there's been a number of times where I thought that he may have given up.
Stop, please.
Try to understand, nothing goes as planned. Just work out who you wanna be. Heart is gonna break, you're gonna make mistakes. You got to close your eyes and breathe.
You okay? Although I laugh at him quite a bit, we are a team. And if there's one thing that team should do, it's stick together. Do you know what?
What?
Your mum's going to be proud of you.
Thanks. Yours will be too.
Do you reckon?
Definitely. And your dad too.
Should we strap up then?
Yeah, let's do it.
This is for you, Mum! Yeah, long way that way. We're getting so close to Bluff, I can smell it.
This is it. We've made it to the finish line. Our journey rolling down New Zealand is finally coming to an end.
We're doing it, buddy! This is crazy! Woo-hoo-hoo! This is Bluff, baby! Woo-hoo!
Cape Reinga to Bluff, 1,401 kilometres in a straight line, 2,605 kilometres via rollerblade.
Must be time for a beer, surely.
Surely. Not many people can say that they've rollerbladed a whole country.
No, neither can we really.
Yeah, true.
We gave it a good shot though. It's a bit of a letdown, really.
Gotta hand it to Josh. Not only have we made it to the end, but he's reserved just enough money in the budget for a trip to Stewart Island. I can't think of a more perfect way to celebrate our success.
Knowing that it's all over is a bittersweet feeling. I don't think we'll ever rollerblade this country again. Not anytime soon, at least.
Let's have a look. Bluff to Stewart Island. Bluff to Stewart Island.
Okay.
That just got yours over.
So it's 75 to get back.
Yeah.
Unbelievable, Josh.